morning, St. Mary's Junior High School. I am Austin, and I am all alone today. Junior high track meet tomorrow at Rossville at 12:30. Bus will leave at 11:15. Please release students at 10:40. Boys golf tomorrow here at 9 o'clock. See Doodles. High school baseball and softball game tomorrow versus Wabaunsee at 4:30. Come out and support your Bears. High school track meet Friday here at 3:30. Students will be dismissed at to be announced. There's a book club meeting today during seminar. Today's lunch is chicken nuggets, savory brown rice, green beans, pineapple tidbits, and an oatmeal roll. And we have a Spanish video, so you guys can see that if we're going to do that. Let's see.
El almuerzo de hoy.
El 27 de abril.
El pollo.
El arroz.
El pan.
La piña.
Las uvas verdes.
We would like to thank the secretaries for doing such an amazing job at everything they do. So we have put together a video to acknowledge how much we appreciate them.
Okay, what I love most about Chris and Tracy is that they can take any student or teacher that walks in and says basically, I need this done, and so they drop everything and do what is needed to help this school. So for that, I have to say thanks, Chris and Tracy. You guys are awesome.
Chris is just a wonderful lady and is so pleasant to have in the office to work with.
Thank you, Chris and Tracy.
Tracy is a very positive person, and I love hearing all of her stories about her grandchildren. She keeps us smiling all of the time.
I am in my 13th year.
I've worked for USD 321 since 1986.
I started as a school bus driver, and I drove the preschool route for Emmett, and I sub-drove at Emmett, and then I started as a secretary at Emmett grade school, and then I've been down here.
I was fill-in secretary up at Emmett grade school to start off, and then for 13 years was a library aide, and then was 2 years secretary at St. Mary's grade, and the rest of my time has been spent here at St. Mary's Junior Senior High.
I like our staff. They're young, and I really like them. I like the kids. I love doing FCA, so that's really a good bonding with me with kids. Mostly the kids, and the moment I see a light bulb go off in their little heads that they finally get something, it can be pretty rewarding to see that happen.
They know the answer to everything. Any problem, any difficulty that I'm having, anything, they know the answer.
What I love most about Chris and Tracy is that every time I go into the office, they always greet me with a smile. Thank you for everything you have done for me over the past 4 years.
Chris and Tracy, happy Secretary's Day. We love you so much, and we would not be as great as we are if it wasn't for both of you. Happy Secretary's Day.
Probably again the staff and everything, and I just like my job. So, and I like working with kids and being a part of the FCA.
Once again, I'll have to say the kids, seeing them grow from 7th graders to proud moments as a senior. The moments when I see them, a student that we've graduated from here, and they come back and they thank us for what we've done, those are pretty proud moments.
Well, I have 4 grandbabies, all under 2, so I always try to play with them and be with them. I love to read and just hang out at home, and no answering phones and no answering questions at my house.
I go home, I don't answer the telephone because I do that all day here. I make my husband do it, and I read and follow my grandchildren and just enjoy my gardening and sitting in my swing at home and just relaxing.
Thank you, Chris and Tracy, for everything you do for me. I wouldn't be able to make it through my days without you.
Thank you, Chris and Tracy. Thank you, Chris and Tracy. Thanks, Chris and Tracy.
Thank you, Chris and Tracy. Thanks for watching. And on behalf of Bears Broadcast, have a great day.